Hello everyone, I'm MVL and today I'm going to do a live Lego unboxing. We're going to be opening up this Lego emergency ambulance and this Lego donut truck. Do not mess with me. Anyway, I got these both for a pretty good deal. They were both on clearance. I got the ambulance for I think £8 from Argos, and I got the donut truck I think for £10.50 from Sainsbury's. So they're both pretty good deals. Now, I was going to use a different webcam for this unboxing, but it didn't work because PCs, and then because I'd messed with the USB cables on my PC, my microphone stopped working. So I hope everything's working right now because it took a little bit of setup to do this live, but we'll do it live. So I'm going to open up this one first. This is definitely going to be the simpler build. I think this is a beginner kit. And then we'll do the donut truck, which is 196 pieces. So that one will be pretty fun. And yeah, so I have been getting back into Lego with the coming of the Lego Dark Knight game, which has reinvigorated my interest in the property. Don't know how other people feel about that, but that's how I'm at. And yeah, I've been getting the minifigures, some of the minifigures that come with magazines, some of the little minifigures that you get randomized kits, a bit like booster packs. And yeah, so I'll be opening up this one first. There's the back of that. And yeah, this is definitely a beginner kit, but I thought it looked kind of cool and the price was definitely right. So this will be the first one I open up. Now I have these like tabs here where I think they intend you to like push down on these to break like the glue here. But I have a different way of opening this up. At least I hope it's going to work anyway. So I'm actually going to use a tool here that I normally use on a 3D printer to get stuff off the hot plate. And I have one of these. It looks a bit like a spatula, but I'm going to try and like get that in under here and get rid of the glue with that so that I mess up the box a little less. I'm not entirely sure this is going to work, but that's what I'm going to attempt to do here. So we'll see if I get away with it. If it works, then it'll be good. If not, then it is what it is. But yeah, hopefully this will make this a little bit easier. Alright, that feels like that got through the top there. The sides might be a different matter though. I actually have a smaller one of these for this very situation. There we go. Get that in there. And it's mainly because I feel like if I push down on the tabs that are on the side of it, it's just going to completely destroy the box. There you go. And do that on this side as well. How much this is going to prevent the box from getting damaged? I mean, it's debatable how much I'm going to need to keep the box afterwards, right? But yeah. You know what? Relatively well. I mean, the box is a little, messed up, but that's gonna happen when it's a box. I'd rather do that than push down on these tabs here and, risk messing up the box entirely. So we'll take out the little bits here. Being careful not to nudge my camera too much. All right. So we have a big box of parts here, and I have my microphone set to noise cancel, so if it sounds a bit weird, that's why, but these are actually very noisy, which of course they are. And I have another bit here, think of mostly of the minifigures. And we have a instructions booklet here, which is nice to have. That's for the snowboard ramp. And then the main part here, which is, devoid of needing construction in itself, because this is a beginner kit. a QR code there. You're supposed to scan those, I think, on the website. And there's the main kit. And they actually are labeled bag 1 and bag 2, so I guess we'll do the smaller one first. Because that's going to be the easier one to make. Alright. You know what? I like that these have... Oh, step 1. Empty the bag. Alright. Well, I have some scissors here. So I will do that. Alright, we've got like... I like to separate the parts out as I'm going, because I think that's going to make things easier in the long run. But this is going to be the smallest thing we make today, so this should be pretty easy. Alright, I don't know if this is a camera. I was about to say, I don't know what that's supposed to be. Guess we'll make the minifigure first. He's got some... Don't know how well that's going to pick up on the camera, but he's got some, like, bruises on him. Well, I won't toy with the power of the autofocus. But he's got some like bruises on his face. This is kind of cool. One side of his face. Now the autofocus is going to go mad anyway. Like I said, I planned to use a different camera for this, but it just wasn't working with the PC when I went to do it. So I just got to work with what I have right now. But yes. So there's the torso. Has detail on both sides. The legs, brown trousers by the looks of it. And then we have the head here. It looks like we have like the choice of... He's got like a bruise on the side of his face. And it looks like we have the choice of like a helmet or some like hair. I guess I'll give him the hair. There you go. That guy looks kind of cool. So there's that guy. Guess we'll put him off to the side. I like having the choice of the helmet or the hair. Hey Trevor, how you doing, buddy? Welcome. Hope you're doing well. How the devil are you? We'll move to part 3. I might be getting ahead of myself on the instructions here. Indeed, yes. So there... Oh, the surfboard is part of his gimmick as well. He can hold that. I tend not to put stuff into the hands of the characters because it can break the hands pretty easily. But yes, there's that. I'm not going to put these guys like to the side because I'm going to use this space to build stuff. You doing well, Trevor? It's good to hear, my friend. I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking. Gonna make a donut truck in a moment, actually. The simpler build is going to be this ambulance, I think. Oh, so it's a selfie stick. This is a selfie stick. So we put the camera on that, I guess, somehow. Yes, okay. So this is a Lego selfie stick. That's kind of funny. All right. So that's what that is. Easy build. And then this... Now this is definitely going to be the easiest thing we make on, this construction. Put the safety rail here, I guess. I kind of like that. They got the dude at the bottom, like, giving you, like, how far across you are on the progress. It doesn't look like this is going to be that involved, this particular build. So there's that. And then we need one of these, I think, here. Good that these actually have instructions, actually. Alright, and then I assemble the sort of ramp like that. Okay, so that's why these are staggered up the bottom here. And then we just put these on here, I guess, to make the, like, snowboard ramp. Now, the narrative I've constructed here in my head is that this snowboarder dude is, like, deliberately getting hurt on the snowboard ramps so that he can speak to the ambulance lady. That's the narrative I've constructed. This goes on the top. All right. These instructions, if anything, are a little too simple, but this is a beginner kit, isn't it? So, you know, that's what you expect. These bits go on the bottom here. I'm sure the other kit will be more complicated and skip some steps and stuff like that. Oh, I forgot to put these bits on. They go on the bottom here. And then the selfie stick can go up here. Okay, that's something to do with it, because I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with that. So that can go there. Alright. Kind of interesting. But then I guess you have the whole setup. You can put the dude... So there's the ramp. Here's the dude. As we unfortunately know, the oh, you know what? It's focusing now. Typical. Oh, and then it stopped. Yeah, there's the dude. Oh, you know what? I can actually dial in the focus now that I think about it. There you go. I should have done that earlier. So there's a look at the dude, and then you can see the bruise on his face. Back to automatic focus. And he can stand on the snowboard. And then he has his little hat here as well. Alright, so there's that. And we'll go ahead and the focus is actually going crazy now. We'll go ahead and we'll make the other kit, which is the ambulance. That's a lot of bits. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set the focus myself with that in mind, and we'll just change the focus as it goes. We'll leave that like there. Okay. I think everything's clear enough there. But we'll leave it like that. And then we'll change it when we want to bring stuff closer to the camera. Alright. Okay, let's have a look at this. You want donuts, Trevor? So do I as well. I thought about getting donuts actually while I was putting this together. But then I thought maybe I might make a bit of a mess if I did that. Right, stage one, get all the bits out. Alright. I'll use scissors again. I guess I could make a smaller hole in here and keep these bags, but it seems a little excessive. This is a lot more bits. I'm nervous about the donut truck, actually. And they're all running away from me. Okay, cool. Yeah, like I mentioned, I had it planned to use a different camera, which would have been a little better on the focus, and it just didn't work when it came to it. So yeah, that's why I'm using the camera that I'm using, and now realizing to use the autofocus. Oh, there's all these little bits in this bag as well. Okay, I guess I'll put that to the side because we don't need that yet. There are a lot of bits in here. I guess we'll make the minifigure first. That makes the most sense to me. And then maybe I'll put the base aside as well because I need this space for all of this random stuff. Just put these things like vaguely next to each other, I think, and that'll be the way I do this. Put stuff that looks like it is the same sort of thing next to each other. I do like that this kit is using like actual Lego bricks. You see a lot of the like modern kits use stuff that doesn't look like Lego, you know, it looks like, you know, whatever like specialist part is needed, which is fair, but you know, I like that these bits they look like Lego bricks. Mostly. Alright, that'll do for now. Okay. So we'll make the minifigure. Heads always roll away. There's the chest piece, has detail on the front and the back. I'll bring it up to the camera and change the focus for that so you can see it in a moment. And then there's the face, smiling face. Got some hair here as well. Alright. I'll bring that up to the camera. There's that one. And there's the back of it as well. Looks cool. It's alive! It's alive, eh, Trevor? We'll Frankenstein this together, don't you worry. Alright, that's cool. Yeah, I'm going to control the focus manually so it doesn't auto-focus. We'll put that figure to the side for now, and we'll move on. So we need the big bit here, and this is going to make this probably a fair bit easier. That most of the like body of the vehicle is already constructed. So we've got that. I don't think I need to do anything to it because it's already got these bits on the bottom attached. And then I need these bits here. They look like they go in the middle here. And then this bit ahead of that. Alright. Next, we need the red brick and two bits that might be from the like small parts section which I didn't open. So this will go here. And I'm assuming it doesn't matter front to back here. So the small parts thing which I didn't open. Here's the small parts thing. I don't quite have room for it here, so I'm just gonna like keep it off screen. This has like the steering wheel in it and like some of the lights and stuff, but I think I need these two blue little things. Man, this is a smaller kit than the other one, so it's going to be interesting to see how I get along with the donut truck. And these go, it looks like here, which is interesting, so I'm not sure you're going to be able to see these anyway, so whatever. Alright, that's that. Then I need this thing, I think. Go here. And then I gather that's probably a bit from the small section. It is. Small parts. Guess I'll just put that there. Try not to hit the camera again. And that goes like there. Alright. Easy enough. This is a beginner kit again, so it's like not surprising. It's pretty easy to put together. These bits go across here. Like this. Alright. I appreciate they've spread out the instructions here quite a bit as well, because that helps. This bit is the chair. And then I need the steering wheel. Really necessary. on front of the red brick. Alright, cool. I mean, it's coming together, I guess. Then I need the front plate. Just to slap that on the front. There you go. Then I guess this is the back plate. I think it doesn't matter which is the front or which is the back. And then I need two of like the red lights. Oh boy, we lost one. I caught it. I think I dropped this. Maybe I should just empty this out. I don't think I dropped anything else. We'll be able to tell if we're missing anything, I guess. Right, and there's the brake lights, I'm guessing. Right. And then we have this. I imagine it wants me to do this on both sides. It doesn't say here, but I imagine both sides. Okay, it could have just said ×2 for that. Right, on the front, we have the front of the vehicle. Hey, Brick, how you doing, buddy? Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the construction. We're building an ambulance right now. This is a beginner kit, but we're going to make the donut. I'm going to attempt the donut truck. This is going to be a bit more evolved. These long parts are on the sides. Hope you're doing well, Brick. Looks cool. Yeah, I got these. I got these like very cheap. They're both on offer. So that was nice. And then I have this bit that goes behind. I think one step behind the seat. I think it goes there. I think that's correct. And then these bits here, I guess. Donut truck is going to be like a lot more complicated, but you know, it'll be fun. These bits here. Alright. Coming together, I guess. The front window of the vehicle. There you go. Oh, okay. Then it's like, then put it on. Okay. I already did that. Then this thing pointing backwards here, I guess. Then these plates go on the side here. Guess it doesn't matter which way. Oh, no, it is actually specifically these ones. Alright, and I'm guessing the other ones go after that. Indeed they do. And that will straighten out a bit more when the roof is on, I guess. These parts here go along the top. And then these bits first. And then these bits. Alright. Next, there's this. I think this is like the bed they put the victims in. That just goes in there, I guess. It sort of fits. Like that keeps it in place. And oh, one of these syringes, I guess, goes in that spot there. Okay. And I guess the other syringe is for the character to hold. Then this goes on the top. And these four lights go on top. Alright. Oh, and then put it on top. Okay, done that. And then the wheels. Alright. Now imagine these are any which way around. That's basically it. There's like another like needle left over. But I imagine that's for the paramedic to hold. Right then. Gonna go to Subway, Trevor? Alright, and these go... They must go this way around. Yep, alright, cool. And that's basically it, I think, for this one. With the needle left over. Alright. And then activities ensue. Right, cool. So there is the completed ambulance. Does move on the wheels, which is pretty good. Got a bed and a needle left over. Won't make any assumptions about needing an ambulance after going to Subway. There's the paramedic. I think one of these is left over, so like she could hold it if needed to. And then there is the not surfboard, the snowboard ramp that comes with it as well. There's the snowboarder, who will of course injure himself on the ramp so he can go and see the paramedic. He also comes with this helmet as well as a different option for the head. But yeah, that's what you get on this one. For £8, pretty reasonable, I think, with all the accessories on that. Pretty good. All right, so there's that one. That didn't take too long, but I have a feeling the next one is going to be a little more complicated. So we'll go put that together. Let's do it. The next one is the donut truck. Thanks for checking out the stream, Brick. Appreciate it. And anyone who catches this on the video on demand. Alright, so the next one is the donut truck. Now this is 196 pieces, which is a lot more pieces than the last one. Here we've got the donut truck person, and the cop getting the donuts and coffee. I love coffee. I got some coffee on me as well. And it looks like a pretty cool kit. Again, I'm gonna I'm going to open it in the same way I opened the last one, where I'm going to use this tool here to get into it without, pressing down on these. Because I think if I press down on these, like, the whole integrity of the box is just going to break. So this feels like an easier way to do it, even if it actually isn't. I think I got my technique down from the previous one here. That was a lot easier. All right. And on the sides here, I'm going to do the same thing with this other tool. I think it's going to be like marginally less damage to the box doing that. Marginally at best, but rather than just ripping at it. All right. Butchered that one a little bit, but what are you going to do? Cool. All right. A lot of things. All right. Okay then. Got the code that comes on the back of it, obviously. The instructions. Oh, that's kind of cool. The like back of the Lego truck can come off and be like a Lego stand. Not Lego stand, donut stand. You know what I mean. And this is for okay, so they are intended to be separate. Interesting. So that's like you could also use this as like a pickup truck, I guess, or like a flatbed is what I meant to say. Again, the instructions are labeled. Weird that this didn't come in one of the boxes. All right. So I guess we'll start on number one. We'll start on the truck, or should we do? Yeah, we'll do the truck first. We just did a truck. Seems perfectly doable. I know that's not going to open the way I want it to. Let's use scissors. All right. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of loose parts. And another bag inside. It's bagception. Also part of number one. Oh my goodness, so many little bits. Don't lose any little bits. All right, okay. We'll start on this one. That's a lot of little bits. All right, let me try and organize these as best I can, given the space here. Again, I think like organizing stuff before you like actually start messing around making something just helps a little bit when you try to figure out where everything is or what everything is. And you can also tell if you're missing stuff. They have a glossary of the parts at the back if you really need it. I'm not gonna like perfectly organize these or anything. I'm just gonna put them out in a way that I can see them. Having not built this yet, I couldn't really say if anything looks like it's glaringly missing. Guess there's only 3 of those. Maybe there should be 4. But I guess we'll see. Looks like the hat of the dude, actually. Lost a wheel. Flipped under my screen. Alright. Alright. This is a lot of bits. A lot of bits, guys. We'll make the guy first. I imagine they have you making the guy first anyway. Alright, that's vaguely organized. In a way where I can basically see where everything is. I did not, however, leave space for the instructions, did I? Gooch it down a little bit. Right. That totally works. Some of the stuff's gonna have to go off screen. There you go. That's just how it's gonna work. Right. Cool. Oh, there's like a link to like building it on an app, I guess, as well. Okay. So I need this bit first. Maybe. No, we'll build the guy first. Of course we're building the guy first. Alright. Put that together. Got a donut on his uniform. There's his head. And there's his cap. Kind of fits on like at a weird angle. I wonder if that's intentional. Well, there you go. Well, alright, here's the dude. I'll change the focus for him. There's that. That's cool. Alright. So 4 of these things goes into side of these. Then this is the truck proper, and then the shop for delicious donuts afterwards. I appreciate that these instructions are quite simple as well, because I expected these to be a bit less clear. Alright. I imagine this is either which way around. Wheel arches here. It looks like they've divided the instructions like front and back on the wheels as well, so that's that. those bits on. Then this part on the front of the donut truck. Right. It's not looking like anything yet, but we're on the early stages. One of these behind here. Then one of those, and then a red piece. I only have one red piece. Like that. Right. Then these parts on the side of the red piece. Dying to make the side, and another one of these bricks after that. Right. Getting somewhere, I guess. Oh, it just wants me to put these together separately. Delicious donut frosting. Put these this way around. The side of the vehicle. I guess it would struggle to be like a generic truck with the frosting on the side. Who would have thought we put the other wheel arcs on the other side? I suppose they had you do this bit separately so you didn't confuse yourself. Like, doing the middle of it. And then I need this part. I think here. And then this bit goes like here, I think. Yeah, that looks right, I think. Alright. Then I need this part. Feel like after that, I guess. And then these white parts after that. Then these bits here will go on the sides. Right, that looks about right. After that, we're gonna put this bit here. That's the back of the vehicle, I guess. Then I need to build whatever this is. With the orange lights. Just the one, I imagine. I've got 3 orange lights, so hopefully just the one. And one of these. Alright. That goes on the back of here, so it's like a rear spoiler. Alright, that looks right to me. Next. Uh-oh, does that need orange lights? I'm missing one orange light. Oh, there's red lights. Those could be red lights. Yeah, the other ones are definitely orange, right? So these could be red lights. Maybe I have an extra of each. That would be the preferable way to do this. Right, red lights. I'm going to use red lights. I think those are red. Red studs, as they are. Some of my favourite little bits in LEGO. There's that. I'm guessing that goes in the same sort of place. Yep. On the back. Like that. Looking good so far, Trevor? Nice. We're getting there. Then this part goes there. To like flatten out the back of it. So that's the back and that's the front, I think. Then we have this bit. Looks like it just goes straight up here. Alright. Then this bit goes here. That's an easy one. Then these bits this way around. Alright. 45 pages in. These singular parts on the side here. Pretty good. Then this bit. Think like this. Think it wants me to do it like that. The next part, I need these little bits on top of here. Easy enough. Then whatever these are on the sides. Facing outwards. Steering wheel in the middle there. Easy enough. Then I need this. I guess this is where the driver stands. And then, strangely, they build this blue line here out of like 2 parts instead of one, like 6 and 1. So yeah, it's 3 2x1s instead of like 1 6x1. A bit strange, but sure. I mean, it still works. Then it looks like we have the doors here. I think these are like either which way around. They're definitely not actually. They're this way around. These doors do move. Alright. They're very stiff, those doors. Then this bit on top of those. 3 2x1s that were flat. And we need the glass on the front here. And on the back, this part. Alright. Not a lot of room for our dude in there. This part, which is this one, on the top. Oh boy. Not like that though. Alright. I don't think anything else came off. Carefully this time. Alright. Like that. But not like I did earlier where it fell off. Then these 2 parts on the side. I hope this bit didn't fall off. I don't think it did. I only have 3 of these, so I hope that one of them is just an extra. And then the roof on. I would have thought you might put lights here. Never mind. I guess there's nothing for the lights to go on, but it is weird that there's that, like, space there. Right. You can close and open the doors, they're just quite stiff. Alright, I need to do, like, a mini building of itself. So this plus the grey thing. Then this on the back of it. Ah, good. I feared that this had fallen off. I wasn't paying attention. Right, so I built that. And then I need to put these on the side. And then another bit on the top of that. Here's this bit. And that goes here. Cool. And then these little bits go on like the side here. There's only one thing holding them in place though. So they still stand there. And then this on the top of that with these bits on the side. I guess they're more snugly held into place now. Like that. Then I need these like vents. They go on the top here. There's silver. Metallic. Hey there, Brick. Thanks for hanging in there, friend. Then these go on the back here. These lights. Clear one. What bag am I on, Brick? I'm on bag 1 of 2 of this particular build. Third bag in, I think. And then I need these corner parts to go here. And then I think that's all for that one. Then that goes... Oh, it's like the front. I thought the front looked weird. It just goes on like that. There you go. Donuts or burgers? Brick? Ooh, that's a tough one. I mean, I guess it depends on how hungry you are, right? I mean, right now I could go for a donut. Donut would be my preference if you asked me right now. But on another occasion, I could easily say burgers. Like the wheels. Okay. It looks like these just need... Are these any which side? No, I think these are the outer side. And this is the inside. So, and I think these just go on here. Or was that the other way round? Oh, I think it could have been the other way round. I don't know if it's going to matter. The instructions, it kind of makes it look like it was the other way around. But I'm not going to get these off of those. I guess the next part is put them on the vehicle, right? So as long as they like fit on the vehicle, it should be fine. And they do. Okay, so that's fine. I can do it that way around. That looks like the way around that makes sense to me. Like this looks like the outside of the wheel. And these come off anyway if you need to like redo them. Nice, the wheels are on. The front looks a lot better now that I ended up with like one of each of the lights and one of these like bits here extra. I think that's deliberate in case one of those breaks or you lose it or something. Oh, these are the like wing mirrors. I was wondering what those were. There's the truck. Pretty good looking. The door's open, so you can get inside. Now we just need to build the donut shop that goes on the back of it. So I guess they advise you take the top off to put the guy in, because there is a space for him to stand in there. Alright, cool. Let's move on to the next one. Burgers with donuts as the buns. Trevor, you're a madman. You're a madman. Alright, these are spare bits, so I guess that's good to have. There's the donut guy in his donut truck. We'll move on to the donut shop and the cop. Which is bag number 2. You getting there, Trevor? I think we're all getting there. The world's a mad place. Alright. I'm glad these are divided into 2 actually, because like otherwise there'll be so many bits here. Speaking of so many bits. Alright. I'll open up the little bag of bits in a moment. I'll make sure I leave room for the instructions this time. Donuts. Alright, lots of big parts here, so that'll make this easier, hopefully. Then this, of course, can be added to the truck or taken separately, which is nice. Alright, all these little bits. Just put them in a place where I can, like, see them and get to them. Because you don't want to be halfway through building something and then not be able to find a piece for it. I'm guessing the, like, little donuts and stuff are in here. Oh, we almost missed her hair. If only I could put on hair like that. Alright, this is about as well organized as I think I'm gonna get it for right now. As well as leaving some space to construct. Alright, cool. And then I also have this little bag of like little extra stuff as well. But I think we'll probably end up making the cop first. Indeed. So, dark blue trousers. Chest piece, front and back. Some detail on it. There's the head. Happy-go-lucky. Oh, we've got like... This is interesting, okay. I'll zoom into this. The face has like a sort of like an donuts face and a happy, like, yay, donuts face. So then on the face, we've got like a yay, donuts face. And on the back of it, we've got like a food coma type face, like, donut. Like, eyes closed, enjoying the donuts. That's funny. But I think I'm gonna have to go with the face that actually has the eyes open. But yeah, this has 2 faces. It's kind of cool. The hair, of course, will obscure the other one. So there is that. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera, but she's got like freckles as well. And then, of course, the hair obscures the other face, and there's detail on the front and the back. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and build the thing then. Alright, so here's all the little extra bits. I'll open this when we actually need them. But she should have, I guess she should actually have some cash, which will be in here, so we'll open that up. All of the little bits. That's a lot of little bits. Alright, hopefully they've given some extras like they did in the last kit. Here's the cash, 100 Lego dollars, I guess. Alright, and now I have all of this stuff. I'm just gonna move it like slightly off screen, I guess. And we'll deal with that when we get to it. Okay. Taking one of these platforms and one of these bricks, and we're putting it on the corner. Or shall be revealed in time. Then we have this part. This is where spacing out these bricks like helps. So I can like find the parts quite easily. For the construction. That looks about right. Then I need that part was in the smaller parts. That part there. And then two of these long ones on like this side, by the looks of it. Guess these are like the structures of the wall. And then this is like the front where you'd serve the customers. Okay. That's going to be a hinge for the door, I'm guessing. Then I need to make two of these with some of these vents, specifically these blue vents. Definitely do click together. Looks like I have 3 of these, or 4 of these actually, so they may end up coming in again. And then those go by either side of the register area. It's definitely not me knocking it off by accident. Alright then. There's that. Then I need 2 of these singular bricks. They'll go above those. And then the window will go on that. That's good. On the back here, on this side, looks like I put this here. And then I need to put, I'm guessing these are shelves. Couldn't see it was the wrong way around. Shelves here. There should be another one of these. And if only shelves were actually that easy to put together. Alright. Cool. I think that's the side it wants me to put those on. Then I need the stand, it looks like, to go in front of that. And then some coffee. Get your coffee and donuts. That can go there. Good that there's a place for that, actually, because, you know, these little accessories can get lost. But there's the shelf. Oh, you know what? This might be the coffee machine, actually, and not shelves. They looked a bit small for shelves. Then I need to do, like, a mini build. I'll move the little pieces up where you can see them, actually, because I think I have room now to do that. Lots of little bits. I'm not going to bother trying to organise the little bits because there's just so many of them. Well, there's some of them are like little donuts. Tiny little donuts. That's funny. Alright, but what I needed was this little thing. And I needed, I think this. I'm guessing this is the like coffee dispenser. And this needs to go on to this, I think. Yes, and that I think is supposed to serve coffee. I imagine. Nice. Alright. And that just goes on top of here, which does clarify that this is most definitely a coffee machine. There's that. Get your coffee. Then we have like a window and just a random piece to cover up this section here. Okay. And a window. I don't know if it matters which way around this goes. I'm gonna assume it's this way around. Goes here. Or the doorway it should actually be, not window. Then I need this part to go next to it. And then the door on the right side of it. That will open and close. Then I need this long piece here go on the back side, it looks like. I guess it's open either way. And these two bits here. That's so. Cool. Then I need another cup of coffee. And, the actual cash register looks like this. Very small. I think I skipped a bit. Yep, I was supposed to put these on. There. Now I put the cash register on. There, so that's where they take the money in. And then near that is a cup of coffee. Okay. And then two singular pips. I think these are yellow. So I'm going to go with yellow. To be fair, that's the only colour you get here anyway. That aren't donuts. They're going to go here. Alright. Then I need... Oh, so the donuts do go on things. They go on these... These. Ah, there we go. Okay, cool. These, and we put the donuts on them. That's not a donut. That's a donut. There we go. The other one of those. Well, at least that helps the... I was worried the donuts were just going to get lost if they were all separate. Here's the donuts. There's the detail on the front there. We'll probably come back to that in a moment, but there's that. Donuts, eh, Trevor? They look like they just go, like, in here. Like that. Then I need to construct a top here. 2 more of these yellow lights. And then I imagine I have 1 light spare here, which is there. Then these bits on the side. Coming together now, I think, from the looks of it. With the signage for the donuts on either side. Not a lot holding these on. That one's pretty cute. But I guess it doesn't need to be a lot. Then I need these parts, I guess. On either side of the top. And then these on the sides here. Alright then. Looks like these just go underneath here. In various color combinations. I think these will line up a little better when I actually put it on to the piece. There you go. Like a parasol. That goes on top here. Looks nice. And then these 2 parts across. And then like this whole white bit on top of that. Which is where we're going to build the donut for the roof, I guess. Alright, the stand for the donut. That's about right. And then these things in some sort of like random order. I do have 4 of them, and there's only 3 shown here. I think these are supposed to be like sprinkles from the giant donut. Then I need this big old base of the donut. This, not this thing, this thing. I have a strong feeling like I have an extra donut and an extra bit for the coffee machine, etc. So that's cool. And then 4 of, I think, these. Alright. And then I simply, I think, put this in the middle. Stay simply. Yep, it does want to go on there. And then surround it by these, which will only go on this way. We build the Mega Donut to complete our donut shop. He's most likely going on the outside. I am genuinely like getting hungry from this, which is kind of silly. And on the back, I think it's this piece because there's an extra one of these and there's an extra piece of the coffee machine. It looks like so. I think I ended up with like an extra like yellow light coffee machine apparatus donut, and I think an extra till. Yeah, an extra till, which is cool. And then an extra one of these, I'm guessing. So there's that. That. And it's nice that they give you those extra bits, in case you lose them or in case they don't come in. Then this goes on top of the donut truck. And it looks like there's holes on the bottom here, so it looks like it just goes like that. So on the front, it's like that. I like how they show the donuts. Alright, now I need to put that aside and start working on the other thing. Taking this part. One of these apparently, and these. First thing I do is put the center on. Like that. And then this part on the outside of that. Good, only want to go one way round. There we go. And then I put like one of these on here, and then I'm guessing it's going to tell me to do the rest of them. Yep. That big donut. And then the sprinkles on the inside. I think everything else is just left over, right? We got one of these pink spaces, an extra donut, an extra coffee machine part in case we needed it, an extra internal part, an extra light, and an extra cash machine. I think that just goes on here, right? There you go. I'm not sure if these lock together. Not really important. But yeah. There is the donut on the front of the donut shop. How about that? And this can go on the back of the truck as well. There's all the pieces. Alright. So I'll drop the extras away. I'll give you a better look of the donut truck. There's the signage. Inside you can see the donuts and the coffee machine. There's the revolving donut on the front. Here's the other side with the window. And there's that. There's the donut shop. And then, of course, it comes with the truck, which you could, because of these, you could attach this to the back of the truck there and have a donut truck. Which, for simplicity's sake, I shall do right now. Nicely done, eh, Trevor? Came with the donut truck guy and the cop. And of course, we also had the ambulance. A little bit of an easier build, that one. Came with a bed and a syringe. I think the syringe is actually probably just a spare, because the others were spare. Came with the ramp. What was that? And the snowboarder and the paramedic with his like extra hat. So there you go. Overall, pretty happy with this. The build here was definitely more complicated, but it was fun to do. There's a lot of detail on this piece, which I liked. Does move, you know, all of their wheels work. The donut on the top revolves. Kind of cool. The doors like open. Which is nice. This part comes off, which is nice as well. Doors here open. There's a lot of versatility here. It's pretty nice. Like, back in the day, the Lego kits weren't a lot simpler. You know, they use the same bits, but I can definitely see the advent of like a little modern engineering in here that's like made these like the instructions more intuitive and the pieces, you know, more dynamic. So that's cool. But yeah, there you go. So donut truck, ambulance, snowboard ramp with the selfie stick on it, snowboarder, paramedic, donut shop person, and the cop. There you go, guys. So I hope you had fun watching me build this Lego kit of the ambulance and the donut truck. It's a lot of fun to put together, and I enjoyed giving it a go and pulling it together live on stream of all things. And we weren't missing any bits, which was nice, so that was all cool. Appreciate you guys watching. If you like the video, be sure to leave a like or comment. Let me know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content. And if you'd like to, you can also support me through Patreon or YouTube channel membership. I have a couple of new videos coming up for the time it is. I have hopefully on Monday, from the time of this video, I will have a unboxing of Metroid Prime 4, hopefully up by then. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond on the Nintendo Switch 2. That's my intent for Monday. And then soon after that, I'll have a new video game pickups video. So be sure to check those out. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Hey, ZombieJLT1. Appreciate the GGs, my friend. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for watching, my friends. Appreciate you. I have been MVL. And I will catch you next time.